and welcome to Enjoy English School.
欢迎来到 Enjoy 英语学院。
I'm Stevie.
And I'm Laurie.
Today, we're looking at part 2 of our business English lesson that we talked about yesterday about work overload. And we had Steve and Marlon. Marlon was new at his job, and he was feeling a lot of stress, a lot of pressure, because he felt like he couldn't do all of his work. He couldn't catch up. And so Steve is Marlon's manager, and Steve came over and said, Marlon, what's wrong? You look tired. And Marlon talked to him, and Steve said, wow, I didn't know. So now we'll see what happens. Is Steve going to fire Marlon, or is he going to get Marlon some help? We'll find out.
没错，所以我们今天就赶快来进入我们的第二天哦，来看看这位爆肝工作的 Marlon 呢，他到底能不能得到 Steve 的帮助。
Work overload. Dialogue B. Steve talks to Marlon at his desk just before the end of the day.
Hi, Marlon. I've given about half the work you were assigned to Laura and Jake. That should ease your load significantly.
Thank you, Steve. But won't Laura and Jake be flooded with work now?
For the time being, yes. But I told HR that another position should be opened in our department, so the extra work will only be temporary.
I see. That's good. Thank you.
Don't mention it. Also, our company offers some ways to help employees relieve stress. I think you may be interested in them.
Really? Like what?
We have our own 24/7 gym on the first floor. You can go there to exercise and blow off some steam.
Oh, wow. I've been looking for a suitable gym to join.
And there are also daily yoga and meditation classes that you can attend on the second floor.
Oh, cool. Maybe I'll try out a yoga class after work this Friday. Thanks for telling me about these things. I think they were mentioned on my first day, but I must have forgotten about them.
Of course, and if there's ever a day when you just need a break from everything, you can take a mental health day off once a month.
Thank you, Steve. It feels good to know that this company cares about its employees.
Okay, so in today's dialogue, Steve talks to Marlon at his desk just before the end of the day. Okay, so Steve is talking to Marlon, Marlon's at his desk, and it's almost the end of the workday.
所以我们来看到今天的对话呢，它的场景是 Steve 呢，他在这个Marlon 的桌子旁边呢跟他讲话，而且时间点呢就在一天即将结束的时候。
Now Steve says, Hi, Marlon. I've given about half the work you were assigned to Lars and Jake. Half? That sounds like a lot. Wow.
所以呢，这个时候一开始 Steve 呢，他来给他一个很大的好消息，所以他说 Hi Marlon 我呢已经这里的这个现在完成是 I have given， 这里代表的不是一个状态的持续，是已经完成某个事了我已经把你大概一半你被分派、你被指派的一半的工作呢，都给了这个 Lara 跟 Jake 这里的 assigned 是指派的意思所以本来指派给你的工作呢，我已经把它移给 Lara 跟 Jake 了。
I think this is an impossible thing. I think Marlon is having a happy dream. Yeah. Half of the work. Wow.
一半哦。
Yeah. That should ease your load significantly. Ease your load. To ease your load just means it could be
reduce
a real load, like in a truck or something, you know, a heavy load. Or it could be a load of stress on you. So to ease the load just means to take some weight off, to take some pressure off. So that should ease your load significantly. That means a lot.
没错，所以呢，这个接着呢 ，Steve 又说了 ，that 指的是前面那一句话所以前面哪一句话呢？就是我把你一半的工作量给了别人， 那么这样子的一个动作呢 should 应该就可以呢 ease your load 就是减轻你的压力，而且是 significantly 所以是大大的减轻你的压力。
So half your work went to Lara and Jake, who now hate you. No, just kidding. So Marlon says, thank you, Steve, but won't Lara and Jake be flooded with work now? Now, to be flooded with something, you know, a flood, like a flood of water.
洪水
Okay, so if you're flooded with work, that means you have a lot of work that comes in right away. Or if I was flooded with phone calls. I had so many phone calls, I couldn't handle it.
没错
I was flooded with something. And so now he's like, okay, but I was overwhelmed and you gave half to them. Now won't they be overwhelmed or be flooded with work now?
对，所以呢，这个时候 Marlon 首先呢，当然要先跟 Steve 说谢谢啊，因为呢是他做了这样子的一个指示，但是呢，他还是提出他心中的问题，所以他问说，但是难道这个 Lara 跟 Jake 两个不会被工作所淹没吗？这里的刚刚讲的 be flooded with 就是洪水的这个字转成了动词，那被洪水淹没，那它的什么东西像洪水呢？工作量像洪水一般的淹没它，那他们两个现在不就变这个状况了吗？
Yeah. So now Steve says, for the time being, yes. For the time being means for right now.
对
Okay. For right now, yeah, they'll be flooded with work.
对，所以呢 ，Steve 就回答他说，以目前来讲的话，是的，他们被工作淹没了。
Yeah. But I told HR that another position should be opened in our department. So the extra work will only be temporary. So he said, well, yeah, right now they're going to have too much, but you'll feel better. But I did tell HR, that's human resources. I did tell HR that another position should be opened in our department. I guess he has a lot of power.
对
We need another position in our department open. So the extra work that they have now will only be temporary. Temporary just means for now, short term.
对，没错。所以呢，接着这个 Steve 他就回答他说，但是我已经吩咐了这个人力资源部这里的 HR 就是人力资源的意思人力资源他们呢吩咐什么呢？就是在一个职缺在一个职位呢应该要打开。那职位打开什么意思？就是出现一个职缺，刊登一个职缺。In our department， 在我们的这个部门要再开一个职缺。这样子的话呢，这些额外的工作呢，对 Jake 跟这个Lara 来说呢，这些额外的工作就只会是暂时的所以呢是 temporary， 就是暂时的，不会是这个永久的。
Marlon says, I see. Okay, I understand. I see. That's good. I'm glad it's only temporary for them. Thank you.
所以呢 Marlon 他很简短的讲了他该讲的。首先他说 I see， 我了解了。那这样很好然后呢，谢谢你。
Yeah. Now Steve says, don't mention it. This is just a polite way of saying 不客气。
对
Yeah, you're welcome.
You're welcome.
Don't mention it. Also, our company offers some ways to help employees relieve stress. Our company, we offer some. We give you a choice we give you some ways to help you relieve stress.
所以呢，这个 Steve 就跟他讲说别客气啦没什么这样子。然后他接着说，而且呢，我们的公司也有提供是 offer 我们有提供一些方式来帮助员工呢去 relieve， 在这里是指减轻释放这个压力，所以我们是有提供一些方法的。
Yeah, he says, I think you might be, you may be interested in them. You might have interest in some of the things that we give. Those are called benefits.
对
benefits. we do have some benefits for employees to help them relieve stress.
所以那是福利的意思哦。
Yeah.
那这里的话，他讲的就是说，我想呢，你可能会有兴趣，然后 in them 这个 them 指的就是那些 ways、some ways 就是一些减轻压力的方法，你可能会有兴趣。
So Marlon says, "Oh, really? Like what?"
所以 Marlon 马上有兴趣了，所以他就说，哦，真的吗？那比如说是什么呢？
And we'll find out right after this quick break. Okay, looking at the next part, Steve just said, oh, we have some things to help employees relieve stress. Marlon says, what? And now Steve says, we have our own 24/7 gym on the first floor. So in the first floor of our building, in our company, we have our own 24/7 gym. This means it's open 24 hours, 7 days a week. It's always open.
对，没错。
Okay? On the first floor, we have our own gym.
好，所以呢，既然 Marlon 他对这个帮助这个员工减轻压力的方式有兴趣，所以 Steve 就回答，他首先讲说，我们有我们自己的24小时的健身房在1楼哦。那我们中文讲24小时，我们不会再讲1个礼拜7天啊，我们直接就讲24小时的什么什么什么。
24 hour.
对，可是呢，在英文里头的话，它的用法可以是这样子，24，然后呢，还有7的这样。
Yeah.
对。
You can go there to exercise and blow off some steam. Okay, to blow off steam means to relieve stress, to get rid of some of your stress. And this phrase comes from a long time ago. Do you remember, well, maybe you didn't see it,
对
but have you heard of old trains that ran on steam?
Of course.
So it was a steam engine. Now, those trains could go very fast, but if the steam inside, the steam pressure got too high, the train could blow up. And so you had to blow off some steam. You had to get rid of steam. Do you remember old train whistles? Woot, woot.
Yeah.
And they have a bunch of white, that's not smoke, that was steam.
对
So they use that to blow off steam. And now we use it to mean just to 消除压力。
对，没错。
Yeah, to relieve stress, blow off some steam.
所以呢，接着 Steve 就说，你可以去那就是去那个健身房那儿呢，来这个运动，然后呢，释放一些你的压力哦。那这里的话呢，这个 steam 本来是蒸汽的意思，所以你释放一些蒸汽，什么意思？那就是刚刚 Steve 老师讲到它的来源是因为以前蒸汽火车呢，当它蒸汽累积太多的话会爆炸，所以呢，它必须要释放一些蒸汽，然后来维持这个火车的运转。所以这个时候后来就被延伸的运用成是释放一些压力了。
Yeah. And Marlon says, oh, wow, I've been looking for a suitable gym to join. This suitable just means one that suits me, one that I think is good for what I want.
对。
Oh, I've been looking for a good gym to join.
所以呢，这时候 Marlon 就说了，哦，哇哦，我呢一直在找，就是 I have been looking for， 我一直在找什么呢？找一间适合我的健身房来加入suitable 就是刚刚讲的合适的、适合我的。
And Steve says, and there are also daily yoga and meditation classes you can attend on the second floor. So on the second floor of the company, the first floor is a gym. The second floor has daily yoga and meditation classes.
Yeah.
Wow.
What a company. 好，所以呢 ，Steve 他继续讲，他说然后呢也有there are also 也有什么呢？有每日的是叫 daily 每日的瑜伽还有冥想的课程呢，是你可以参加在2楼的所以这里的 attend 这个动词可以把它记下来当你 attend something 就是你去参加什么，你去参与什么，所以这里的话，你 class 是可以用 attend 这个动词的。
Yeah. So, wow, this sounds like an amazing company. I've never heard of a company like this. Even Google's not that good.
Okay.
Yeah, that's amazing. Okay, so now Marlon says, cool. Maybe I'll try out a yoga class after work this Friday. Yeah, maybe I'll try it out. To try out something just means, oh, give it a try. Or, well, I've never done this before. Yeah, I'll try it. Maybe I'll like it.
对。所以呢 ，Marlon 他首先回答说 cool 哦，就是他觉得这个很酷。然后呢，他说也许呢我会来试试看啊，礼拜五的下班之后呢，去试一堂有瑜伽的课程看看。
Thanks for telling me about these things. Thanks for telling me about this stuff.
对。所以呢，接着他就跟这个 Steve 说：“谢谢你啊，那谢什么呢？在 for 的后面就是你谢的事项啊，谢谢你告诉我关于这些事情啊。所以呢，本来这些事情我是不晓得的。”
Then he says something, and see, again, I think this is all a dream, okay? Because he says, I think they were mentioned on my first day. I think somebody told me about this on my first day.
对。
But I must have forgotten about them. I must have forgotten that somebody told me that we have a free 24-hour gym and yoga classes.
对，所以呢，接下来他说呢，我想呢 ，they 啊，就是指这些事情 were mentioned 有被提及，记得这边是用被动式，因为你的主词是事情啊。这些事情有被提及，在什么时候呢？在我来的第一天啊，有被提及，那就是有人告诉我。但是呢，我一定是忘记了这些事情。这里的 them again 是指这些事，我一定是把这些话都忘了啊，所以我才通通都不记得这样。
Yeah, see, I told you he's dreaming. How do you forget that? Oh, we have a free 24-hour gym on the first floor. How do you forget that? Okay. So now Marlon says, or Steve says, of course. Yeah. All right. Yeah, try out the yoga class. And if there's ever a day when you just need a break from everything, if you ever just need a break, you can take a mental health day off once a month. So once a month, you can take a day off just to go, oh, I need my mind. I need a break for my mind, just to relax. I need a break for my mental health. Once a month.
OK， 所以呢，接下来他首先说 Steve 先说 of course， 这里的 of course 就是刚刚 Steve 老师讲的哦，他指的是说，当然你礼拜五下班可以去试试看瑜伽课，请便没问题哦，这样。然后接着他再讲，如果就是有任何那么一天，当你只是需要一个break 只是需要一个休息，那但是你这个休息是休息什么呢 ？From everything， 所以是对一切事情你想来一个休息。那换言之就是你想要抽离自己就是先抽离一下，有一个时间喘口气，然后呢什么事情都不做的话呢，那你也可以请一天的这个心理健康假心理健康假呢，然后是1个月一次那在我们会说你可以休，中文会说你可以休什么什么什么假但是英文里头的话，它会用 take 这个动词take 一个什么什么 day off OFF， 那就是那一天不上班这样的意思。
Marlon says, "Thank you, Steve. It feels good to know that this company cares about its employees. Makes me feel good that they care about us like that." Thank you, Steve.
Yeah. 所以呢 Marlon 说谢谢你 Steve 那这样子感觉起来很棒，怎样感觉很棒呢 ？To 后面告诉我们要知道说公司是关心他的员工这件事情，感觉起来很棒所以就是真是很棒的。
Wow, sounds like a perfect company, perfect job.
To Marlon,
Yeah,
not to
for
Laura
Marlon.
and Jake.
Yeah, and in tomorrow's episode, it's Laura and Jake's turn to tell Steve that they're overwhelmed with work.
然后就演不完。
And Steve tells everybody to take a mental health day and no work gets done. Okay, so that is the end of our dialogue today. We're going to take a quick break and come right back with our words and phrases for today. Okay, looking at our vocabulary words and phrases that we learned today, we talked about assigning something, giving somebody a job or a task, to assign somebody. We also talked about significantly. This word means a lot, all right? Or to be flooded with, to have too many things to do or too many things coming at you. It's flooded with work. We also talked about the phrase for the time being, just means for right now. And we learned temporary, which means short term, for a short time. And the word relieve, to relieve stress, to get rid of stress. And to do that, you might need to blow off some steam. That also means to relieve stress. And you can try out something, maybe try out a yoga class after work to blow off some steam. So those are some of our words and phrases for today. Now, that's all the time we have. We will see you again next time.
Bye-bye.